We have sweet sop, sour sop. We have
oh,
pomegranate.
yeah,
We,
pomegranate. But what was this sweet and sour sop?
well,
What's that?
you'd have to see it to know what it is. It's a big fruit.
Oh, I see.
And one is a sweet
Like a
sop.
coconut?
No,
Oh,
it's
no?
not like a coconut. I'm
What,
trying to.
where does it grow, on a tree or
Yeah,
vine?
it grows on a tree.
Grows on a
Yeah,
tree.
they have a bunch. I mean, where I lived when I grew up, we had so many fruits.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's why I want you to emphasize. I know you have so many that here in the States we're not familiar with.
yeah, you're not familiar with it. And then also, we have different names for them. Some of them you have. And the
yes.
same applies for different Caribbean islands. They have the same fruits, but they're
Right.
called a different thing. But Jamaica has a lot of fruits. If I were to name them, they would take all day.
All day.
All
right.
day.
But the variety, that's why I wanted you to mention, a lot of people don't realize, in speaking about Jamaica, is the fruits that they have. The variety is just outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yes.
And that is why when we were growing up, we were, I want to say, healthier because we
Yeah.
had fruits at our disposal. I mean, you could, in any neighborhood that you would go, there's a mango tree, there's a guinea
Yeah,
tree.
because mangoes, I love those myself. You know, they have mango and they make mango ice cream,
Yes.
mango drinks, all kinds of mango, which they said nutritionally is number one.
Yeah, and
It's better than the orange, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's some debate about that because I was reading that
What you
don't eat too much mangoes because it's rich in sugar, you know, so just be careful. But Jamaica, we have so many variations of mangoes. That just the
I see.
mangoes themselves have their own life. I mean, there's
Is
the
that
Julie,
right?
the East Indian, the Bombay, the number 11, the Sweetie Come Brush
See,
Me, the Longy, the
but,
Stringy.
most of the, I know myself. when I see a mango, that's it. You know, I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
one kind, and that's the only thing that we're familiar with is the one kind of mango
Yeah.
that comes in the state. But in Jamaica, the variety there of fruits, and like you were saying, fruits are very, very healthy. you
Very,
know.
very healthy.
Yeah, right.
Very
so
healthy.
that's good to know. Those are things that you don't get when you are from travel agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't tell you about the positive things like that are unique
Right.
for that area. Okay, now let's get into this Peppy, this show. Now, tell us some of the things that you're going to talk about, and we talked about at the beginning about some of the things you're going to get people outstanding and things of that nature. Are you going to highlight the contributions and things that Jamaica has made to the world? You know, what, like you was talking about Marcus Garvey and things like that.
Well, you know, the show is not about Jamaica, even though I'm from Jamaica. I wanted it to make it more mainstream and more inclusive.
Okay.
So by virtue of me being a Jamaican, of course you're going to get information on Jamaica.
Yeah.
But like I said, the show is really about the personalities who I interview. So if you're not a Jamaican person, then the story that you're telling has absolutely nothing to do with Jamaica. For example, one of the persons who I interviewed, very, very bright young lady, her name is Lloyd George. And her background is so rich. I mean, she has parents from two different parts in Africa. I think she was born in France. She can speak Portuguese.
No kidding.
Yeah, she's an immigration lawyer and a jazz vocalist. So when I'm interviewing her on PEP Talk, which is the name of the show, it's all about her and what she does in her personal and private life and what she does in the greater community. But I am planning on having an entire season dedicated to just the culture
Yes.
and heritage of Jamaica.
I think that's very important. That's
Yeah.
I don't think there's any shows like that. That would make your show unique.
Yes.
You know, having something like that, because you're bringing information just like the information you has given on this show.
Yeah.
You know, just the basic things like the culture and the foods and things of that nature. And just like when you said jerk, I thought maybe that was just a pork or pig or something. But you said jerk is a seasoning and a way that you actually prepare
the foods.
Prepare the foods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, those are things that are very informational, and the average person, unless, even if they've been there, they still don't know, just like you say,
Yeah.
you have a tourist area, and it's areas that the natives, you know, they don't even bother. Just like it's a lot of people here in Washington never been to the White House.
Exactly, yeah. Cause,
you know what I mean? Although they live here and everything, but there's other things that they, the culture that they bring into the area that's not associated with the White House at all, see. But the idea is that I think that's a great idea that you have there of having individuals. The one thing I like to ask about, and I always do this to all my guests, is that they have an organization called the Evolutionary Elders that Dr. Eugene Singleton is, Dr. Eugene Williams, I'm sorry. And the idea is get two cultures together, the young people, the teenagers, and the retirees. And he's a former professor at the University of Maryland. His wife is a math professor, and he's English. And they retired as a group of them. They go around and exchange knowledge with teenagers. In other words, form individuals, and the teenagers generally, as far as electronics, they're way ahead of us, you know what I mean? But as far as knowledge and a mentor, develop a mentor program between the groups. What do you think about that?
I mean, I like doing the intergenerational stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's good for everyone involved. Right. It's good for the seniors because, you know, they really like young people.
Right.
And I actually work with seniors in my day job, and it's very
Is that right?
I do,
hey, well,
yeah.
that's hey, I didn't know that. So that's great. Don't you think that's a great idea?
It's a great idea, and one of the organizations that I also interviewed on the show, which is a Jamaican organization, Jamaican Nationals Association. They do a lot of intergenerational work, and for years we've had our general meetings at a senior center in Silver Spring, and we give back to the seniors on Thanksgiving. You know, we go and sit with them and cook with them and do all kinds of stuff. So we're building that, and I think it's excellent that we keep building on that. I mean, I'd like to do something on a show where I have like some youths and some seniors, and we have a forum and talk about how we can collectively help each other.
Because I think it's a need for both groups. It's a need for the seniors, it's a need for the youngsters too, because they're beginning their career, you know what I mean? And seniors can help sort of be a mentor as far as basic things are concerned, you know. Who to hang out with, and you know, and that type of thing, and to develop your own career. You know, you have thinking. You find generally the teenagers, their peer pressure is the greatest thing. You know, they want to belong. You know what I mean, and that's how a lot of them get on the wayward side. You know, they want to belong. They want everybody to like them. They feel, the teenagers feel, you know, I want to be popular, so, you know, I want to be liked by. But the seniors will be able to tell them, you have to make your own way, and you have to determine, hey, although John Jones or Mary, they're nice, but they're not going the way that I want to go. You know what I mean? Because I use the example of when my brother and I were going to school, you know, well, they call us the Square Brothers because we didn't drink or smoke, you know. I said, well, okay, you know, that's what I don't want to do, you know what I mean? And I didn't let that determine, you know what I mean, that I'm going to be accepted in the group. In order, they have what you call initiation things, you know, like fraternities and things of that nature. So I just think it's so very important as far as mentors between the two groups. And the more shows that we have bringing the young people and the seniors together, more positive it be, because they're really lost. They as far as selecting the career, all of that is very important. And seniors, I think, they have all that knowledge, and most of them, they cut grass and sew or whatever thing, volunteer for things, when the positive thing will be to be a mentor for a young person. Yeah.
And you know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I can tell you for a fact that the young people who I know they have more respect for the elders than they sometimes have for their parents.
Right.
Because all the kids have that respect for their grandparents. So when they see a senior person, they tend to kind of, get in line.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've watched a lot of children and youngsters work with the seniors, and it's fulfilling for both of them. The seniors that we work with, and I want to mention East River, they're baby boomers, and they're vibrant, and they work a lot with students, especially from Howard University, and we do that intergenerational stuff.
All right, then. It's great having you on the show, and I mean, Rosie. And as far as Peppy is concerned, want all of you look out for Peppy. It'll be on. And Rosie Parke, she's going to really bring us some new beginning. I call it. We call it Peppy Show, the new beginning. And once again, keep up the good work, and anything I can do, let me know. All right, see you next time.